Okay, good night, good night, good night. One and all, welcome to Let's Talk About Change with your host, Brandon Crawford. I have an amazing co-host tonight.
Don't know it's about Martin Castillo.
Good night, Martin. How you feeling tonight?
Well, Brandon, actually I feel good,
I like that.
I feel positive, feel assertive, feel a slight niceness in the body.
I love that. Welcome to the show. It's your first time on the show, like myself, and we're here to talk about change tonight. And we have a couple topics we're gonna just bring across to the folks at home. If you're just logging in and you're here, we want to thank you guys for supporting Miss Anna. Let's get on into this. So the topics about tonight, we're going to be talking about the Corona funds, job availability currently for the youths, the current education system, the call centers, the youths in the workforce are just some of the major topics we're going to be talking about currently that are affecting us as youths in this current generation. Now,
apart from that, what we some topics that I want to talk about too is access for land for young people. You understand? Young people need to
correct.
We need to start think about our future young people. Then next thing we want to tap into is that we want all of the young people to understand what your vote supposed to mean for you, for your community, and for the country where you live in.
100%.
And like what you said too, the education topic about education for youth in our community, our big topic as well. the change what we need in our country when it comes to education, that's something serious.
Very serious. It's very serious, guys.
We're here today, youth talking for youth. You understand?
Nothing better.
How we need one change. How we need a serious change.
Guys, a part of the show too is also going to be about explaining how important your vote is going to be. Voting is actually 13 days away, guys. We're close to making one of the biggest changes we're gonna ever make when it comes to being in Belmopan in this current time and in this age. If you're someone who's over the age of 18 or 18 years of age right now, it's the time for you to help make this change.
And go vote. You understand? Make your vote worth it. Make your vote be the reason you want change in your community. Again, and in the country you're living in. Young people, please open your eyes when it comes to the decision on make the who on one put in a position on one because now heavy thing.
Right. It's very heavy. We're gonna start with the local assistance to the youths before we go into a short commercial break in a few. When it comes to the local assistance currently, my apologies for touching my mask. It's something that all of us as youths want to see change. We want to feel like we're involved and not just being used or viewed as a way to get accomplished movements by other forces. And currently, we're one of the more hard. I'm not going to go in detail about different points, but we're one of the major factors when it comes to the workforce currently at the moment. I would believe the current situation when it comes to the youths isn't something that's fair right now when it comes to being in Belmopan. Availability of jobs is not easy. Living in surrounding Belmopan, being here currently, it's hard.
It has been a serious challenge.
It is.
Now, and I can only attest from my situation. I mean, I could talk about my situation, your situation, and the people that went wrong with, because at the end of the day, that we defeat.
Honestly.
I can't talk to somebody where they make it and get a job and kind of thing because they know for their own situation. And we can't forget that. The crazy part about it that somehow we have jobs, but then they run from the fact that we have jobs but still live hand to mouth.
And it's very funny and it's a way that it's being viewed. Like I said, the Corona funds was one of the more important things we started to show. A lot of people I know currently still don't have or have received any money from this government when it comes to Corona funds. People that may have not been employed before, but had their means of working as an entrepreneur, whether selling carvings or selling pastries, or even out there offering assistance via services, mechanic, washing vehicles. These are people who are making their lives livelihood, day-to-day jobs, getting out of their bed, driving, going somewhere to assist other persons. And due to this current situation, a lot of people have had to stay at home and stay in. And what that means, they don't have any form of income, and it's hard not knowing what your next meal might be, not knowing if BEL might come and cut you like this month because you can't pay that bill. It's scary, it's stressful.
No, well, personally, I could talk from personal experience. Being a youth and a young entrepreneur, this Corona thing really hurt me.
Hurt you?
It hurt me to the extent that while I was trying to make money and then the government put us on lockdown and they tell us that our business had to be closed down, I went from making almost $1,000 weekly to making $0 weekly. You understand? And it's up to current. So I had to pick alternative thing whereby I have to figure out what may be for me. Then if I want to continue what I do, or I want to choose a different path whereby I can then not live a comfortable life, but something like work. Because it's still day to day, since you understand. It's not comfortable enough to what I'm used to the extent. Not finding the funds for rent, they're not finding the funds for buy food. It's simple. Because a lot of we as youths depend on our parents, but what happened to some like we not have the parent
Availability.
as back it we have to worry about our own rent and have to worry about how we deal with food itself.
And
You understand?
And that's what you say right there, we have the stress. And the youths nowadays know about stress. Like what people would say. We know about stress now, just like the world people in office. We have to know about bills, student loans. We have to pay back student loans currently right now in this day and time. It's not easy.
Exactly.
The call centers, they employ more members. I don't want to even try to say it more than the government, but the call centers have a high employment rate. And we shouldn't have foreign entities coming here to drain our youths, our future. For foreign entities, the money does not stay here, the money goes back. And this is where we are viewed upon as just praise. And that's it. You are a replaceable youth when you go into these big high-end industries, and you're just a number, and you can be easily replaced. I, as a youth, I want to work for my country. I want to help my country. I want to be a part of the growth for my youths after me too, and make changes as well for the ones around me. But if I'm not being given an opportunity to work for my government for the current time, and I have to work for a foreign entity because my bills need to be paid, I have responsibilities, I have wants in my life. I have the right to have wants because this is my life as a youth. I have choices in my life at the current time. But the choices that are being offered is not like a free option. It's just either this or either that.
Exactly.
That's not a choice. That's not really giving someone options as a youth in this current time because I should be
not open to make the decision where you choose better too. And then that's why, Brandon, we as young people, we have to take education serious.
It is.
Because there's a lot of young people there who their parents work very hard so that they could acquire good education, and they're not even there. To me, then even what perfect word to put it, right? They're not even appreciative to the hard work that their parents put in, so that they can then benefit from the seed that their parent is trying to plant. So then rather go to school go bang they rather go to school go no care no go, not listening in class. And a lot of young people suffer from that type of stuff. Why? Because simply sometimes we're not educated about what we think about the possibilities for our future.
That's true.
You understand?
And that's it's a touchy topic, because a lot of youths at the moment, when you ask a youth, what was your first job? A lot of them would say either being an internship or a call center. And it's rough to say that majority of our youths are going to the foreign entity than creating their own business, being entrepreneurs like yourself, and branching off, expanding opportunities for Mobilesians like yourself, not just being locked up in a place 45 hours a day, a check a day, paying if you want. This is not what we want for the youth.
And with that said, Brandon, I believe that speaking education-wise, our education have to be stretched out broad, whereby we ourselves have to start figuring out how we can be our own suppliers of food in our household. Whereby if it's a piece of land that your family have, or you could do a backyard gardening. Understand? Or invest in 2 sheep, a male and a female, and say, well, this is how I want to grow my farm. You understand? It's always a sacrifice that you have to make.
One sacrifice.
You understand? But then again, the sacrifice what we make depends on the decision that we have to make. And then decisions sometimes are hard because of the situation that we are forced to be in. You understand? Because I don't want to have to sit down and complain about what the government not do because I want to do for myself. But then again, who got me in that situation?
I don't want to point fingers, right? Again,
I want to say myself, I want to say myself. You understand? I want to say myself. But then again, there are people running up with the people naming at their mouth saying that they're doing it for the people. And who best to call themselves the people other than me, because I don't know animal?
We're the people indeed, man. I like that topic. What's your message for the first time voters?
My message to the first time
For the voters, let me get this across. The voters who are registered currently, first time getting registered, and are iffy about who they should vote for, who they should sign or write on that ballot paper. We're not gonna go in detail, but I wanna ask, what's your message to those persons right now who are still not really sure if their vote gonna make a change, or if it's not, or I'm not gonna make a difference in just one person. What you gotta say to those kind of persons sitting down watching this right now?
First of all, right, if you don't have a voter's ID in your wallet and you over the age of 18, that because to me, you understand, I'm not speaking on behalf of nobody else, I'm talking to me. You're not even putting yourself in that statistical point of view to say, you know what, I am a citizen of Belize. Come on, one voter's ID and another some voter's ID that they're a country ID to prove that you're a citizen of your country. You understand that? That's like, it's better, to me, that's better than have a passport. Once you know got no, if you don't want to travel, go nowhere. You understand that? Better than have a social security card to me, because that's a proof of identity that you are a Belizean. You understand where I come from? Having proof of identity that you are residing in Belize, it no matter if you're from Barranca or Bungalow. When time you register there, you don't want statistic, you don't want human being in that area there.
You're part of change.
You understand? You could be a part of the change whether you vouch for it or fight for it. You understand where I come from? The message I have for young people when when vote right now, the young people, we need to seriously consider an opener, because more vote that more than just go out there and put an X beside the ballot and get $50 at the done. Because first of all, I want to know when down and get a $50. Whoever pay on that $50 not obliged to do nothing for you. They don't pay on for the whole 10 in your term. In my eyes. You understand?
Using the minds. This is not being looked upon or using on the eyes anymore, using the minds and heart. Go with what you feel is right. As a youth, living in Bamapan for over 16 years, I've seen a lot of different changes. I've seen youths turn up, husbands, men growing abroad to work for other countries. Many of my old classmates are in Texas or Canada, different parts of the world. Some in Beijing right now. But they could have been here. But what they view this country as a place where opportunity isn't available. And there's so many amazing youths out here in Belize, a lot of talented youths. We have youths in music, we have youths in arts, chef, talented youths who can make pastries, cuisines. We have outside the box thinkers, entrepreneurs who are out here trying to innovate and change lives for the surroundings and people, that they come in contact with daily. These are the majority, the youth right now. Someone from 14 to 27 can make a lot of change. It's a very important stage of life they're going through. And I believe with careful approach to these persons like myself, we can bring out the best in Belmopan and Belize as a country, because we have a lot more talent. We have a lot of amazing persons out here that just deserve one chance.
And talking about that one chance, I don't want to venture too far, but when we're speaking about education, we always have to think about second chance too, what people need. Not for me, not for you, but for your fallen brother out there.
True.
You understand? So bringing facilities and trade entities that will train us not for say, well, we're gonna work for somebody, but for work for ourselves.
It's a bigger picture, right?
Understand like that. We need, like for instance, we are talking about like you got a lot of youths will come out as standard 4, standard 5, standard 6, and even make it for CPSC. Once you know CPSC, you can't go to high school because our high school don't accept you with a PSC. We need them to bring up facilities that we can go and say, you know what, I believe this is my second chance. You know, I believe that I think I already know. Because when situations happen and they take me out of the situation that we were in, sometimes you'll be thinking that work feel and you're not find enough finance not to go back to school the way you want.
It's hard.
You understand? But then when there is a place where you can go to for that second chance, that then you understand?
And that's a great point. We have night programs as well, like actually.
They have a comment here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can read it from there or you want to read it here.
Which one?
Go ahead.
It says, because somebody says that if you have COVID, you can't vote.
I was just going
That
to
is
start.
my
I was,
constitutional right. Why they didn't amend the registration to issue proxy votes to the inflicted. So
I was just going to talk in regards to that, but then we can finish up.
And whoever the viewer is, thank you so much for asking that question.
So, Marco, we see your comment and we are lovely. We're going to talk about that right now. I mean, we're talking about the aspect that the education, you know. I mean, to me, it's complete discrimination though, that if somebody gets COVID, you automatically think they are dead.
So that because too much, I would say, to actually just automatically want to disqualify someone. It's better if that's the case, to automatically want to disqualify my right to vote due to an unforeseen.
Especially if that's somebody where I get it from, where I don't even know how I get it, but I have it, you know, and then you're set this right now, and the election is how much days away?
13 days away, guys.
My brother me could catch COVID in a day, how long it take to catch COVID around a week or 2 months?
Incubation period is 14 days, but it can pass in between more or less the 5, you know, it varies, but when it comes to actually want to stop me or disqualify me from voting due to something unforeseen like COVID, it's iffy because you want to do it because yes, you're doing it for the health procedure wise, and yes, you're looking at me affecting 20, 15, or 100 persons out there. But in America, it's very simple. They had voting ballots. You can send your vote from home, from your address. Like what they do, it's probably smart. They do voting that way. It's a preventative way to not want to spread COVID in the first place. And what it does is actually have us safely making our votes. It's a one decision from the convenience of your home. Not having to get in any lines or having to have anyone guide me or, you know, having to contact the persons I don't know, you know. Mask can only give you some point of surety that you may not get this virus, you know. It don't give you 100% chance yet. It's not been proven that you not get the virus with other PPEs. We have first-hand accounts of persons who work with these PPEs and still getting this virus.
And that's why we have to continue to let people know that, you know, it's safe to social distance.
It is.
It's safe to stay your 6 feet apart. It's safe to try keep yourself healthy. You understand? So we need to find solution to continue doing that. We cannot be going around and the jolly with everybody, not knowing the status of everyone, because they're like, wow.
All right. So we're gonna
I have a question.
go ahead.
As a youth leader, what are your expectations from a leader who you elect to represent you, and how the youths are thinking to advance this country to the next level?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. As a youth leader, and what I'm looking for in a leader, looking for a leader who's going to advocate for the youths currently, who's going to sit down and understand and hear stories individually, not to say one-on-one, but to hear from the youths. Because there's a lot of us out here going through hard times, you know, and we want better. It's not that we don't want better. You know, we don't want to be out here trying to gangbang or reflect any kind of gang nature. You know, we don't want to be out here doing anything illegal.
And what I would expect from a leader, you know, who would represent me is, I want somebody to lead we that can take the time out to come and understand what we the young people want. Not come and tell we what we want, because we know what we want and we want to tell you what we want.
Correct.
On the end of the day, thinking that you know what we want is just pushing us.
You're just giving us the end of the stick where you feel is fair. And it's not fair. We want transparency. If you're going to be our leader, we need transparency from you. We need continuous effort. We don't need you to try this month, next 4 or 5 months, you drop off. We don't know when you did it on Bahamas trip. I can't pay my house bill. You know, we don't need that.
And that right there, with that said, I want to big up a pillar of them, man. In my eyes, Mr. Luke Ramos. Mr. Luke Ramos have served 38 years on the development of youth in the country, I believe. I haven't seen him being really recognized for his service, but he has done a lot when it comes to youth development in our country. You know, we're working at 4-H and the BYDC for some years, 30 years, and a lot of years when it comes to youth development. And kudos to him. You understand? So, Mr. Ramos, thanks for the view with your comment. So I'm glad that you're there watching. I mean, the man giving a shout out.
Thank you. You know, bringing back to that persons, if you're referencing that persons used to give back to you. You know, we had Bay, and Bay is still going right now, guys. We did a lot. I'm an administrative member with Bay. I worked a lot with youth over weekends, doing trainings in many different various parts of the kind of districts. You know, these are persons who would come from Corozal, rural, Orange Walk, not because we may name Bay or the place named Bay, we only work with them upon youth, you know. But I had a personal account to actually hear stories from persons in Corozal, rural, Armenia side, St. Margaret's village. These are persons who were growing up in Belize and felt like they were not valued because of the area they were in. And not because you bond a village, or you bond a city, or you bond a town, that makes you more important or less important than the other individual. We're all equal. We're all Belizeans. We all deserve the same opportunity.
Yeah. So Irish Reyes says, since we are experiencing a COVID-19 pandemic, do you think we should have a high voter turnout or a low voter turnout?
That's a great question.
Many people are afraid to come out due to the fear of catching the virus. Keep in mind that voter re-register in some constituencies have dropped. And that's true. I know a lot of young people that are above the age of 18, my age and older, and they refuse to even register.
That's true.
Or vote.
They don't.
Not because of the current pandemic, but because of the situation that they don't know what choice to make. You know, I believe that this pandemic would give us a low turnout, because if you speak to people on a time to time, the way how I speak to people, all of the people want to go there and tell you, you know what, well, I want to register, I don't even going to register because that one thief they go. Come on, man. That time for make you change their mentality.
That needs to go.
What happened 50 years ago, it happened, you know. You understand? Right now, we could only vie for a change. That change in no account if we don't give who's supposed to come next day chance.
Opportunity.
I right there, and I ask, I'm going to give the youth a chance. Give somebody else a chance. Give somebody younger a chance. You understand? We need a serious change. Not only in a Belmopan, but in a whole country.
Please. And you know, it's crazy because Belmopan to a lot of persons, not only myself, Belmopan is like a real melting pot of cultures and people. You know, it's very diverse. It's not like Belize City. Belmopan is very diverse. The music, to say in the fact that we have a lot of talented people here in Belmopan that are we just feel left out, you know, and it's not really fair for us. We've been patient. We've been hoping for change to come, and it hasn't. And we're seeing change now, and we're hoping for this new change to be stronger.
Brandon,
continuous.
I'm not here to bash anyone, but as a youth of Belmopan, I feel neglected. You understand? Because when you reach a point whereby you feel like you're above walls to walls, and you need to ask somebody for help or even advice. I personally, sometimes I find it hard to who forgot to. You understand? Even when I find myself in a situation whereby you need one job because you want to work for your own money. One wise man once told me, you could go and give anybody fish. But when you teach them how to fish it, they will fish it to feed their family, other families, and for a lifetime. Teach we the youths how to fish. And we can't learn how to fish if the elders not teach we. You understand? Because by the end of the day, when a plant was seed, if the tree no grow, that sometimes you not put that because you not put money manure on it, right? But you have to make the seed bear and eat fruit, man. Make it come to a tree. And the only way you can do that when you start building a house, you start with a foundation. Because my foundation is vital, you know, it's necessary for us to have a foundation. And
Definitely.
not wrong for it. We set with one foundation at times. One time we have that foundation where we don't set for we.
So I want to ask you a question now. I want to ask you a question now. So you already gave them a more view of why to vote.
Yeah, man.
Now can you tell someone when choosing not to vote, what caused or what they would be missing out on, or in reflect of not giving that vote to that change, what are they doing?
Well, I can only talk in my perspective.
On your behalf.
You know, but when my young person choose not to vote, it's because they're not thinking about the benefit of their community. They're not thinking about how they could lobby and they could go and hold their people accountable when they could vote for the development of the place where they grow or where they born or where they live here. They might can't do a lot, but the leave it when they could do, I mean a lot. We will not got nothing because by the end of the day, right now, access to all we need, you know. You understand?
Access.
So, vote.
Vote for change.
So that you could get access to what will make your life an easier life.
Definitely. We're gonna take a short break, guys, and come back. It's actually I wanted to thank you guys for actually being a part of it. We're having a sale. Sausage wraps, barbecue sausage and chicken, sheep. Having a whole setup for you guys. Your 5 dates, so we can have this reference. We need you guys. We want the support. Again, youths, come out and vote. Your vote is very important. We need change, and change starts with you. All right? Not with your friend or your friend or the guy you're talking to through social media or the girl you're talking to through social media. It starts real life. It starts now. It starts when you pick up yourself, leave that house, and make the mind decision choice to say, I want change. All right? It's been a pleasure speaking to you guys tonight. Hope to see you guys sometime in the near future. Any messages to the youth? Stay resilient, stay positive, stay strong. Keep the Most High in your praise to talk
Yeah, keep your head up. Keep your head up.
So it's no, it's time to leave. It's November 6th, guys. We're having a barbecue sale. Come get your delicious chicken, water, love, and everything with the coleslaw.
Before we go, Miss Matilda Alvarado said, first of all, I believe that we need to educate young people the importance of voting and how they can make important decisions if they understand why they need to vote. Understanding why you need to vote, not count if you don't know why you should vote.
Very true. You feel me? And
with that said,
I want to thank you guys so much for logging in again. Like James already said, ja! All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you very much, Belize.
Thank you so much for your time tonight. And stay safe. Corona free, guys.
Wear a mask, social distance, no public gathering, adhere to police regulations, adhere to the government regulation, and yeah, man, we have to keep educating. You understand? And
my youths educating myself.
Come election day, let's make the right choice, guys. Keep on the head on about it.
Now make them.
And the guys that want to register yet, at time, we make gonna think about register. Right? It's never too late for register. We're gonna register tomorrow. They don't say I can't vote, but they're gonna register.
Think about the change. It's about the change, guys. Think about the change. We need change. And with that said, I want to thank you guys again. God bless you all. Stay safe, please. We enjoyed this. We wish to come back many more times and have some serious conversations with you guys. And so again, let's talk about change with Brandon and Martin.
Martin. You understand?
Youths by Youths edition.
Youths by youths.
Youths big up on yourself.